Um, hi, hi. Good evening. Good evening, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Yeah, guys. Can anyone? Can you please confirm? Is I'm audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, guys. So sorry for the yesterday. I don't know how many of you have been joined in yesterday's class. Actually, yesterday we planned to start a new batch yesterday, but suddenly my senior manager has been came from Noida. We have a team dinner yesterday, and he was in Hyderabad today. So I have to go to the dinner. So yesterday we have been suddenly cancelled the session. So no worries. Sometimes my senior managers will come from Noida and Gurgaon. We have to attend the meetings and all these things. That's the reason yesterday we have been cancelled. So it is it's an official work actually. Yes, it's not for any silly reasons. Yeah. Sorry for the yesterday because maybe you have been joined and after that you have a different plans. Right, guys. So just before going to start the session, guys, I have taken in a 1 hour. It's like I have been taken some kind of a workshop we have been got conducted on the Sunday. So maybe guys, some of you may have joined. Some of you, I think so. Not all of you have been joined on the Sunday's class. It's an only a workshop actually. So no worries. Why I'm talking about because is on that particular day, whatever we have been got discussed, maybe some partially today also we are going to be repeating because these are our regular classes actually. So workshops basic agenda is going to be just to get some idea about what is data science, etc. Just a 1 hour I have been taken an introduction class for that. That is only just a workshop. If you have already attended, so don't worry about that because even you have not attended also, nothing have been got discussed on that day. Today is my first demo class actually. These are our regular classes actually. Okay. So before starting the session, guys, let me introduce myself. Okay, I have to introduce myself, guys. I'll also on my video also just so that you can see me. Yeah. So this is myself, guys. This is Vamsi Krishna here. So Vamsi Krishna Guttula here. Almost all my experience is a very higher level experience, guys. Almost all 18 plus years of experience. And my main specialization, that means my complete expertise actually, guys. My complete expertise is on the data. It's a completely on the data related technologies. So I started my career in 2001, guys. 2001, 2003, not 2001, 2003 I have been started. I started with some database technologies I was an expert in database like SQL, PL SQL, DBA. These are my expertise levels actually, guys. And after that, I have been moved to business intelligence, that is a BI. And after that, a couple of years, I have been got worked on the something like big data systems. And almost all from the last 5 years, guys, it is 5+ years. I am currently working completely with the 5+ years. I have been working on this particular data science related technologies. And as of now, I am working for a company. I'll tell you, it's an Optum. Working for a company called as an Optum, which is a part of the United Health Group, UHG. And I'm working on for that particular Optum technology. I'm working actually, guys. So that is my profile actually. So, and I also done one certification program just to just show my skill. I have been done my certification program on AI and ML from IIIT Hyderabad. You may be heard about that IIIT Hyderabad, one of the top 10 in India. So one of the top 10, one of the training program on AI and ML. We have a lot of universities, IITs, IIMs, some kind of corporate companies like Upgrad, Great Learnings. So all this has been collaborated with some IITs and IIITs. Almost all IITs are offering this particular course. IIT Chennai, IIT Mumbai, IIT Delhi, even something like IIMs like IIIT Hyderabad, IIIT Bangalore. They're offering a various like an executive programs actually, guys, for working professionals. So I have done such one of my program. It is a little bit costlier. It will cost you around some 2 lakhs of rupees, and which is going to be like it's a 3 months of training actually. It's a higher level training program actually. So I have been done that. I have been completed that particular certification on AI and ML. So this is all about myself actually. Yes. Okay. So just let me close this window, and just let me stop my webcam also so that it does not disturb you. Yeah. So right, guys. So today is my first session actually, guys. It's a demo session. And you know that our course is going to be a full stack data science course actually, guys. A full stack data science course. Due to this pandemic, that means it is completely due to the pandemic, we are conducting online classes. Actually, even that means even we are not worried about the pandemic also. Still, actually, people are interested to connect through online itself. We know what is an advantage of online. So you are traveling. It's going to be initially people has been thinking that offlines are better, classroom trainings are better than the online trainings actually. My voice is clear, guys. Yeah, somebody has been, yes. I mean, yeah, guys. What about the remaining guys? Is my audio is clear?
Audio is clear.
Audio is clear.
Yeah, okay, fine. Just give me a minute once. Yeah, just give me a minute. Because one of the candidate, maybe he was not getting this. Just give me a minute. Yeah. So yeah, just give me a minute. Amir, okay, I mean, okay, sorry, fine. So just give me a minute once, guys. Yeah. So guys, so what we are discussing here is, yeah, our course is going to be a full stack data science course actually, guys. So for most of you people, that means most of you, maybe some people having some idea, some people may not have the idea about that. Because it is a completely a new technology, we can say that, or it's going to be some of a very, it's a completely different from programming languages. So it will take a couple of days, guys. So not couple of days, 3 to 4 days, it will take it actually, guys, to get a complete understanding about what we learn as part of our full stack data science course actually. So anyhow, our course is going to be what we are going to call it as a full stack data science course actually. So you guys may have a lot of questions, but give me some time, guys. Okay. In the first class itself, I don't want to make all the things in a first class. So we'll be having 3 to 4 sessions, guys. If demo sessions will be there, you can attend at a free of cost. It's not like today is a one day you will be getting a free of cost, and after that you have to pay the money. No, 3 to 4 classes will give you if you just join for this particular 3-4 classes, we'll get a complete understanding about what is our course and what is our training program, and all these things we'll be get understanding about that actually, guys. Okay. So guys, this is going to be a full stack data science program. So nowadays, nowadays you can see that almost everybody is talking about a full stack. So full stack Java, full stack Python, full stack UI, full stack cloud. Everywhere it is going to be full stack. So even in our company also, we are going to be having a lot of full stack requirements are there. So the thing is why the companies are preferring for the full stack. Like it's not like you have to be limited that I know only this particular technology, so I can work only in this particular area. So generally we know that whenever we are working on a particular project, so we require a lot of techniques and technologies are required. So instead of limiting the person or limiting that particular person to work on a specific level or only in a specific pipeline, so you have to work anywhere from end to end, whatever, anywhere you should be in a position to work actually. So to implement a complete data science project, so what are the techniques you require? What are the technologies you require? So that's why we are going to call it as a full stack data science course actually. So everything that is required as part of your data science project. So I'll cover all those particular things, what basically our full stack data science course contains. Mainly, Your data science mainly contains three core areas actually, guys. One is AI, and the other one is going to be ML, and the other one is going to be DL. So you are aware about artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, what we are going to call it as ML, DL, which is going to be stands for deep learning actually. So as I told you, within one class, you cannot get a complete understanding about that. If you ask me to take a demo, if you want to ask me to take a demo on what is Java, so I can simply explain what is programming language, why do you require a programming language, what are the different histories of, what are the different evaluations of programming languages like C, C++, Java, .NET, etc. Almost all programming language purpose is the same. Maybe the usage may be different, but purpose is going to be the same purpose only, to develop some business applications or to develop some kind of a software applications you want to develop it actually. But this is not like that. So the first important thing actually, guys, the first important thing, if you want to learn data science, so remove one of the terminology, developer, software developer, that particular word has to be eliminated. You have to remove that particular point from your mind. So don't think that only CSC people will learn data science, or it is going to be compulsory, you should be an IT professional, or you should be coming from an IT background, then only we can learn. Data science is not, it's not related to computer science engineering. Anybody can work on this particular data science. It can be anybody can work, because the subject is different actually. The way the implementation is going to be different. It's completely different. So don't think that it is going to be only a computer science engineering or some other person who would relate it to IT can learn. No, anybody who is an electrical engineer, electronics engineer, mechanical engineer, civil engineers, okay, CA people, doctors, anybody, research candidates, anybody can work on them. Okay, anyhow, so understanding AI, DL, ML, all these things does not happen within one day. So I want to explain what is going to be ML for the today's class in a simplest way. I'm not going to take any technical aspects also. I'm not going to take any technical aspects. Just what is ML, which is going to be basically what we are going to call it as a machine learning actually. A machine learning. So our today's agenda is going to be just an approximately 40-45 minutes. I'll take it actually, guys, to explain you what is meaning of a machine learning. How to do the machine learning, what are the techniques we use, what are the technologies we'll use, that is the next class. The technical aspects of the machine learning I'm going to explain in the next class actually, guys. So I don't want to make you worry on that first day. I don't want to make you confused on the first day itself. Simple, easy discussion. It's a discussion point of view. So I have a common example, which if you have, any guys has been joined on the workshop, the same example what I have been discussed. So today also I'm going to be discussing with the same example actually, guys. So don't worry, just only one session. After that, we'll be having a new discussions will come actually. Okay. So let us talk about a very, very small example actually, a simple example which everybody knows about that. Talk about a banking example actually, guys. Let us talking about a banking domain actually. In the banking domains, let us say that we are having some loans department is there. A common example, which is very easy to understand for everybody actually, guys. So banking and a loans department is there. We know what is the basic responsibility of the loans department actually. What are the main activities of them? So the customers, the people are going to apply the loan. They'll go to the bank and they says that we want the loans for so and so purpose, this much amount you require. So after doing a lot of verification, background verification, like how much salary he is getting, is there any existing loans are there, something, there is a CIBIL score is going to be verified. Based on that, the banks will give the loans. So their main responsibility is not only to give the loans actually. So to verify whether the loans are getting repaid or not by the customers after taking the loans, whether really the customers are repaying that particular loans or not. If they are not paying the loans the EMIs promptly, we are going to put them into a status called as an defaulters. And the other one who are going to be paying the EMIs promptly, they are going to be called as a non-defaulters. Okay. So as I told you now, guys, it is an online session, but nothing different from the offline session actually. I'm going to be using a pen tablet. No PPTs. PPTs are basically for who has been already got the jobs and who are in the corporate level trainings. So we'll conduct corporate level trainings actually. Their PPTs will work. Here PPTs does not work actually, because we are looking for a job, practical oriented, not theoretical oriented. So whenever in corporate trainings, we just has to tell these are the topics that are there, and this is how do you do the implementation. So show the PPT and give the code. But here it is not like that. Explain the concept, implement that application, and we have to show it practically. Because all of you want to either to get a job or to have a change in your job actually. So you have to crack an interview basically. So if you want to crack an interview, so theory as well as practical is most important. Theory as well as practical is most important. That's why no PPTs, guys. Mostly I don't use PPTs. So it is an handwritten. So everything I'm using a pen tablet. So everything I'm going to write it on the board itself. This is looks like a whiteboard. Only thing is you can't see me. That's it. In front of you. If you want to see me, I can on the cam and you can see me actually. So nothing difference will be there. So as I'm talking about that, actually somewhere we have been missed that actually. So before the pandemic or once the pandemic has started, so initially we thought that, so how the onlines will work actually. Initially we have some technical disturbances are there, like internet speed, and even these particular softwares like Zoom, Microsoft, that is going to be Meet and all these things actually, Microsoft Teams and Google Meets, etc. But later over the time period, within 2-3 months, everything has been got settled down, and now the people are also preferring to completely to work online itself rather than offline, because a lot of time is getting saved. Traveling time is going to be mainly the traveling time. So that has been drastically decreased actually, even for ourselves, even for my point of view. I don't have any delay. That means we need not to travel anywhere and to have that particular traveling time is reduced actually. For you also, expenses has been decreased. Traveling expenses, traveling time is mainly it has been got saved. So nothing difference will be there. Just online, offline, both classes are the same as it is. Only thing is in offline classes, you see me in front of you. In online classes, you will see me on the cam. That's it. But apart from that, nothing difference is there. Okay. Let us come to the discussion, guys. So mainly there are some defaulters and non-defaulters are coming actually. So mainly the banks are going to be having some huge losses, the losses from the defaulters only. Defaulters are nothing but who has taken the loan, but not repaying that particular loan amounts actually. They are the defaulters. So the banks people, the loans people has been taught, why don't the main target is to, they want to decrease these defaulters actually. Let us say that, which is going to be somewhere like, for example, something like what we can say is, maybe something like what we can say is some 20% of defaulters are going to be there. For example, let us say that there are going to be some around 20% of the defaulters are there. So at least if you can, that means at least if you can minimize the number of defaulters, if we can minimize the number of defaulters, so that will be that will decreases the loss for my company actually. That will be drastically decreases that particular loss. So what the banks has thought is, after giving the loan, that means after the loan has been disbursed, so automatically we can identify who are the defaulters and who are the non-defaulters. But why can't you predict? That means before giving the loan only, why can't you predict? Like for example, if CIBIL score is less, don't give the loan. Because in future he may be having, that means he may not be paying the EMS promptly, because based on that only the CIBIL score was calculated. So depending on his past payments, his past loans, if he having a good CIBIL score means, so he has paid the EMS promptly without having any delays. Less CIBIL score means he has taken the loan but didn't pay the EMS promptly, has used the credit card, but he had didn't paid on time actually. So all these are going to be decreased at the CIBIL score. So what the banks has thought is, why don't you predict? That means, is there any possibility that can you predict before giving the loan only? Why can't you have a prediction that he could be a defaulter, he could be a non-defaulter? So why don't you have some kind of a prediction actually? Yes, absolutely. Okay, Bharat. Yes, absolutely. It's not AI. It's not AI actually. We'll see that. I'll explain. It's not using the customer history. It is going to be the previous customer's data. We are analyzing the previous customer's data. So forgot about the term called as AI for the time being. So today's our discussion is complete on the machine learning. Okay, fine. Bharat, fine. Hope you understood my point. Okay. So yeah. So this has been the problem. So our main target is to nothing but I want to predict. So I want to predict the defaulters. I want to predict the defaulters. So what could be the status if I give the loan to him? So what could be the future status? So will be a defaulter, will be a non-defaulter. So why can't you have a prediction? Okay. This problem has been given to the business users and that particular domain experts and all these things. So what the domain experts and all these things, these people has been given a solution is, yes, there is a possibility is there. But how can you do the prediction actually? Like for example, if anybody asks us, so let us say that tomorrow, what is going to be the chances that there will be a rain actually? So rain is equivalent to S. So see, all this AI, machine learning, everything has been inspired from our real life events only. They are not any something like a robotics or something like a rocket science or some other science actually. Everything is inspired from our real life. So tomorrow, will it rain or not? Can you tell me tomorrow what is the status of rain? Will it be yes or will it be no? How do you do it actually? It is not like in tossing a coin. If it is head, so it is going to be head. If it will rain. If it is tail, it is going to be. So we don't do that kind of an experiments. That kind of a kind of a solution. So let us say that there is a cricket match which is between Australia and India actually. So who is going to win? It depends on some factors. It depends on the factors actually. So who wins the toss will, I cannot say that who wins the toss is going to win the match. It depends on various factors are there, like how the team strength was there, how many batsmen are there, how many bowlers are there, how was the pitch condition is going to be there. So how about the players' performance as of now? So a lot of factors are going to be there, isn't it? A lot of factors are going to be there actually. So whenever I say whether it will rain tomorrow or not, the first thing that has to comes to your mind is what about the weather condition today? What about the weather condition in the past 10 days? So from the last 10 days, let us say that every day it was raining. So 90% chances that tomorrow also at some particular point of time, it will rain. That means we are trying to predict the tomorrow's temperature or tomorrow's weather condition depending on the past, whatever the 10 days or last the 20 days, the weather condition. Based on that, we are going to be doing the prediction actually. So the same rule is also can be applicable even to the business scenarios. Whether the customer can be a predictor, can you predict whether he would be a defaulter or a non-defaulter? So what I have to do now? So in the past customer, that means we already have the past customers data is there. Your previous customers data, who has already taken the loan, who has already repaid the money, repaid the loan, somebody has not repaid the loans. We are having their information. Like I'm not taking too many factors actually, like what is the age of the person, what is the salary of the person, and something like for what purpose he has been taken the loan, how much amount of loan amount he has been got taken, duration, etc., etc. And we are having some status also. So observe carefully, guys. We know the status of this particular customers. Yeah, it's a both parameter. Yes, absolutely. It's a completely based on the previous data only. Based on the previous data, we'll try to get some story from that. Based on the story, we'll do the prediction actually. Okay. So like, for example, we have an age of 28 years, his salary of 30K, purpose is going to be a new car. His salary is 30K and he has been purchasing a new car actually. Amount of loan is going to be somewhere around some 7 lakhs. He has been taken the loan. Status is going to be a defaulter because his salary is less amount. He was married, he's having some children. So he's having a more expenses and he has taken a 7 lakhs of loan, but his salary is less actually. Some factors will be there. Like that, we have a lot of data is there. These are all my past customers data. Maybe from last 10 to 15 years, I've given a loans to some hundred, not hundreds. It may be some maybe some thousands or even some millions of customers I have been given the loans. So I know they're already their status. They are defaulters and non-defaulters. So I know their status actually. So what the domain experts are saying here is, if you study these customers' data, you will get some story. You will get some story. That story is nothing but what we generally call it as get some insights. Insight is nothing but some what is the knowledge, what you understood from the data, what we have been insight. There are technically what we call it as insights. So there is some past customers data, do some analysis on them, do some analytics on them. You will get some kind of an insights. The insights can be something like that. Something like if age is between something like, if age is between 27 years to, for example, 32 years, and whenever the salary is going to be less than 40K, something like that. And if the loan amount is going to be more than, which is going to be 5 lakhs, and let us say that he was married is equivalent to S, whether he was married or not married. Actually, didn't taken it, but I'm talking about that. So whenever the number of children is going to be more than, which is going to be 2 or greater than or equals to 2, something, these are the characteristics of the defaulters. So these are the characteristics of the defaulters. 80% of the defaulters is having these characteristics. Their age is between 27 to 32. Their salaries are less than 40K. Loan amount is more than 5 lakhs. And their status is married. And the number of children is going to be more than or equals to 2. I'm just telling in a general way actually, guys. Okay. So they are going to be the defaulters. So these are the insights what I have got from the data. Now, whenever a new customer comes, let us say that his age is going to be 30 years. His salary is going to be 40K. He's applying some loan and loan amount is going to be, let us say 8 lakhs. Then what is the chances? So depending on these insights, we can predict maximum chances is going to be his age is between 20, because I analyzed the past customers data. I got some insights. So the age is between 27 to 32. His salary is less than something. Okay, I'll make it as 35K. His salary is less than 40K and his loan amount is going to be 8 lakhs and something like he want to buy some new car. So what is the chances? So let us say that I don't say 100% he is a defaulter, but 80% chances that he is a defaulter. 100% chances that he is going to be a defaulter actually. So look a little bit more into them. So analyze them. So take more and more verification before giving a loan. So that is what we want to predict. So by analyzing the past customers data, already whom we have been given the loans, we already know who are the defaulters and who are the non-defaulters. Can you predict in the future, whoever the customer comes to come for a loan, we can predict whether he could be a defaulter or non-defaulter. But how it is there? From our past experience. So every day, a person is traveling from his house to his office. So at what time he has to start, in which route he has to take, how he is going to know that. He is your past experience. Because at the initial stage, that means whenever he joined in a company, he will travel in a different routes at a different times. So if I travel in this route, so let us say traffic will be more. So the commute time will be more. Or if I travel in this particular route, so the traffic is going to be less. So distance may be more, but commute time is going to be less due to the less traffic. So in our real life also, generally, how do you take a decision? It is completely based on our experience. So we generally what we'll do, we'll analyze, we'll try to find out what has been happened in the past. So by analyzing that, we are going to take a decision actually. So same like your human learning, how the humans are going to learn. So we went to the school. So in the school, the teachers has been trained us. So this is the way we have to do a multiplication. This is the way you have to find the square root. This is the way we have to find out a division. So we have been trained. We have learned something at a kid level or at a school level, we have been studied. So now based on that, we are able to solve the problems. We are able to do some calculations. How we are doing that, same thing machine is going to do it actually. So here the data is a very small data, age, salary, like what is the purpose, what is the loan amount. But whenever we go for the real facts, you will be having too many factors will be there. As I told, whether he was married or not, whether he's having any children or not, what is a spouse is working or not. Okay, whether the parents depends on them or not. So many factors will be there. So many factors are going to be there. So getting some stories with this higher dimension data. So data is very higher dimensions. So we are having some higher dimensions data is going to be there. So, so this is going to be what we can say that, whenever we are having, so which is going to be whenever we are having a very higher dimensions, so we cannot analyze it manually. So previously some statisticians, okay, those people used to do all these analytics part. Those people are going to do this analytics part. As you know that as a humans are going to be doing, it's will time consuming, as well as it is may not be that much accurate. So today we have a statistician has done all the analytics and he has given these insights. But we are not sure about how much extent these insights are correct actually. So let us say that we have been based on this, we given the loans. But after 1 year, you may come to know that, no, these insights are not working. Because based on this, we have been decided, these are defaulters, these are non-defaulters, and we given the loans. So, but after 1 year, you came to know that. So these are non-defaulters are becoming defaulters. So after 1 or 2 years of time, you'll come to know that these insights are wrong. But by that time, we have given so many loans based on this particular concept, this kind of an insights actually. So it's a time consuming as well as it's not accurate. So there we are taking the help of a machines actually, guys. We are taking the help of the machines. So machines are nothing but very simple actually, guys. Now the machines are saying that data, whatever the data you are trying to understand, give the data to us. So the data was given to the machine, guys. Machines are going to learn from the data. Machine will learn. Machine is going to understand the data and it is going to be learned from the data actually. And whatever it's learned, it is going to give you some kind of an insight. So what I have been learned, some insights will be given. Now, based on these insights, we are going to be doing the prediction. So simple technique, guys. So whatever the past customers data is there, give it to the machine. Give it to the machine. Machine will study the data. Machines are going to learn from the data actually, guys. So the first question comes is, can the machines can learn? Can the machines can learn? So even the experts also has got this doubt in the earlier days. So they have been started. So initially they also has got a doubt. So can the machines can learn? Yes, they have started some research. And over the time period, even the experts also find out that, yes, machines are able to learn. So up to now, guys, we are saying that everything we have to instruct the machine. So even observe carefully. So in every programming language you learn, you are learning any programming language. So if you want to just find out the addition of two numbers, we are writing some code. Maybe you may get a doubt. So from years of time, we are writing the addition as 10 plus 20. Why don't the machines can learn from that? Why don't the machines can learn? Absolutely, the machines can learn actually. So even initially experts has thought that machines may not learn. But after a lot of research, they identified that yes, machines can learn from the data. Every time you need not to write to get the value of 10 plus 20 is equals to 30, you have to write the addition of the two numbers and no need to write the code. You give the data to the machine is going to understand them. So I can tell you that in an easy way. For example, somebody has given a requirement to you. Input is going to be 10, 20. Output should be nothing but it should be 30. Input is going to be 100, 300. Input is 100, 200. Output should be 300. If I give -1 and +1, your output should be 0. If I give 5 and 6, output should be 11. Just an easy way to understand, I'm talking about them actually, yes. To make you understand easily. So let us say that if I give this, requirement or give this problem to a programmer, maybe a C or a C++ or a Java programmer or a .NET programmer, anybody. So he will always think about how to get this output from this input. So I want to get 30 from 10, 20. I have to get 300 from 100, 200. So I have to analyze this and I'll say that, yes, it is an addition of two numbers. So write the code. It's going to be write the code. So the user has to write some code actually, right? Isn't it? User has to write the code. The programmer has to write the code. But same problem, you give it to a machine learning expert actually, guys. You give it to an ML engineer. What the ML engineer will do is, he never thinks about how to get this output from this input. He will give the input and output to the machine. He will give the data to the machine. And he will ask the machine, can you find out how to get this output from this input? The machine will tell that your output is going to be nothing but it is going to be some of your inputs actually. Machine will tell you that. Hope you understood the difference between a programming language and a machine learning expert. A programmer always thinks about what code we have to write, what logic we have to find out to get this required output. But ML expert never talks about, he never thinks about the logic. He will give the output and he will give the input to the machine itself. The machine will try to identify it. The machine will identify, yes, to get this output, you have to do this calculation. So if you want to get this output from this input, you have to do the addition, you have to do the subtraction, you have to do the addition, multiplication, or you have to do the division, something like that. It is going to tell you. That means if you simply observe carefully, the logic is going to be identified by your machine. So whatever the logic is there, that logic is going to be identified by your machine actually. Okay. Whereas in a programming language, the user, the programmer has to write the logic for him. So for given output, for the given input, so he has to write that particular logic. So machines are going to be learned from the data, and whatever that particular insights are there, based on that, I can do the prediction. So simple. Give me the past customers data. I will analyze it. I'll get some insights. Based on that, in future, who could be the defaulters, who could be the non-defaulters, I can tell you. That is what the machine learning. So machine is learning from the data. That's why this technique is nothing but what we are going to call it as a machine learning is what we are going to call it as. So the term, the machine learning, the name itself saying that we are not learning from the machine actually, guys. Machine is learning from the data. But you may get a doubt, sir, how the machines can learn? And if, for example, sir, you are saying that data was given to the machine is going to be, learns the data, learn from the data, get the insights and do the prediction. If everything is done by the machine, then what is my work actually? What is my work here? So if the machines can understand the data, obviously just try to understand that. So whatever the data that you are having with you, if I just give the data to the machine, machines can't learn it. You cannot give whatever the raw data you are having. I can't give it actually, guys. I can't give the data directly. Machines can learn the data. Machines can learn from the data only which are there in a specific format. So that format we have to create. That modeling is what we have to do it actually. It cannot learn from all the data models. There are some specific standard data models are there. The machines can learn only from that kind of a data models. So what are those? I'll tell you. So as a machine learning expert, what is our work actually, guys? To make the data that can be learned by the system. So your machine has to learn. So whatever that model that machines requires, you have to convert our data into that particular model. Machines can't learn as it is, whatever the data you give, the machines can't study them. So a proper something like we have to prepare, some modeling has to be gets done, then only the machines can learn. So there is a lot of work out there. As I told you, as a technical aspects, that is what we are going to be discussing in the coming classes actually. So it is not only just like the past customers data given to the machine can identify the insights and based on that we can do the prediction. Not only that actually, guys, you can give a lot of inputs, like I can give some images, photos, guys, images of some males and females. I'll give some images of some males and females to the machine. Don't think that only the past customers data, their ages, if you tell me, no. It's not only the data, even if I give the images also. Just let us talk about some examples. I'll give some images, some facial images of which is going to be males and females to the machine. Machine will study the images. Machines will study the images, and it can predict, guys. It can predict whether the person in the image is a male or a female. Hope you understood what I'm talking about that. So first I'll give maybe some thousands of images. I'll give it to the machine. Machine will study. Machines will study. I have to tell this image is of male, this image is of a female. Machine does not know that he is a male and this image is a male, this image is a female. I have to tell the machine saying that these are the images of males, these are the images of a females. So machine will learn. Machine is trained actually, yes. Machine is going to be trained with some images actually. It is going to be trained with some images. So once the machine was trained with that particular facial images of males and females, the machine will study. So these images belongs to females, these images belongs to males. Once if you give a new image actually, guys, if I give some new image, the machine will tell whether this person in the image is whether it is a male or whether it is going to be female. Hope you understood that what exactly we are going to be doing. Don't think that it is only just like some values. Even if I give images also, machine can learn. Even if I give some audio samples also, the machine can learn. Even if I give some text data also, the machines can learn. Almost all machines were able to learn from any kind of a data actually. So from images, audios, text data, videos, so many things are going to be there actually. So simple to say that machine learning is going to be nothing but where the machines are going to be trained with some data. Now, after the machine has been trained, machine is going to learn something from the data. Based on that, it can do some kind of a prediction. So it can predict whenever a new image was given, it will tell whether the person was a male or whether the person was a female. Sir, where it is going to be gets used. So where it is going to be gets used, like we are filling a form actually. Like let us say that I want to take a SIM card. Just an example. I want to take a SIM card. So I went to the that mobile store, that particular the telecom store actually, and he is taking an image to me. He will take an image. So actually he has to enter whether it is a male or a female actually. So instead of that one, the machine automatically predicts whether it is going to be male or it is going to be female. So like some kind of a verifications. So you may hear about that. Some years before in the voter cards, whenever the voter cards are there, so it used to take some kind of an, in the place of a male, it used to get a female, in the place of a female, it used to get the male. Because it is a manual entries, they used to do that actually, manual entries. So it is going to be some crores of people's data actually. It's not just like 100 or 200 people's data. Some crores of people's data used to be there. So manual entry automatically will make some errors actually. But over the time period, these errors has been rectified actually, because the machines has been knowing. That means automatically once if I show the image, automatically the machine will identify whether it is a male or whether it is a female. Only thing is just a human verification has to be gets required. Just like in a driverless car. There is a driverless car is there. Driverless car is a best example, and it is one of the successful invention of the AI system, the AI machines actually. So 100% there are 100% there are not driverless cars. At some particular point of time, there must be some human has to take some decision in some scenarios. 99% it can work, but 1 or 2% cases, the human has to take some decisions actually. So 100% guaranteed that. So if a person sits in the back seat and the car is going to be gets drives. 100% it was not there. 99% it was accurate, but 1 or 2% the human decision need to be gets required actually. So simple to understand actually, guys. So you give some data to the machine. It can be an image, it may be a text, it may be a data, whatever it may be. Machines are capable to learn from that particular data, and they can distinguish between that particular classes. It may be male or a female, or if for example, images can be anything actually, guys. Maybe for example, some kind of an scan images in the medical devices actually, guys. So it can be scan images or CT scan images. or it can be something like an X-ray. These are also going to be images actually, guys. So give it to the machine actually, guys. Machines can predict, but don't think that directly they can predict. Some training is required. I have to give some thousands of past CT scan images, and I have to tell that this image is diagnosed as positive, this has been diagnosed as a negative. So machines can predict. So whenever a new CT scan report comes or an X-ray image comes, it can easily tell whether the diagnosis is going to be a positive or whether it is going to be nothing but it's a negative. So here everything is going to be prediction by the machines, the devices. So the CT scan machine automatically says, obviously that needs to be decoded by an expert, like a radiologist, or it may be something like a doctor's. But most of the cases, the machine can tell. For example, if I take an ECG, so the machine itself is going to tell, saying that whether it is a normal ECG, whether it is an abnormal ECG. But that has to be interpreted by a domain expert, actually, like a doctor has to interpret that actually. Because in some situations, even if it is a normal ECG also, due to some machine error or something like that, it says an abnormal ECG actually. But whenever I take the same report to a doctor, the doctor says that no, everything is going to be normal actually. Because the machines are going to do machines are also capable to do some mistakes, but chances are going to be very, very less actually. So a machine learning is going to be nothing but where the machines are going to be trained with some past data based on the prediction the future. It's a predictive analysis, what we can say this actually is. It is going to be what we are going to call it as a predictive analysis, what we are going to be required actually. So that is what exactly I'm talking about a machine learning concept actually. What are the technical aspects? So what do we do it in machine learning? Yes, there are some technical aspects are there, which I'm going to discuss in the coming classes. I'm going to be discussing about that. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys, because as I already told you, I don't want to take a lot of things and I don't want to make you confused. I just want to take in just like a brief, just like a step by step. Attend 3 to 4 classes, guys. Maybe today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday maybe, or up to Thursday. Attend 3 or 4 classes. I'll let you know about that. So once you attend these 3 or 4 classes, we'll get a complete idea about what is deep learning, what is AI. Put it aside actually, guys. Today I have been discussed only about the machine learning concepts. And a lot of questions come from your side. Like, sir, what about project? Will you do any project? Or like something will you get a job? Don't worry about. So the discussions are going to be some non-technical questions. So as I told you, sir, can a fresher can get a job? So there are going to be some questions has to be answered. They has to be answered actually. But I think so it is going to be a little bit because I have not discussed about all the technical aspects. So without discussing that, we'll get a job. I can say that you will get a job, you don't get a job. So that does not make that much it's going to be understanding about that particular discussions. But I just want to take some few questions from your side, guys, because I have to take some few questions from your side. So whatever the questions you are having, so don't make too much questions actually. So if any technical discussions you require, so like technical aspects you're talking about that. So I can discuss those particular things. And even if you have any kind of a questions, so feel free to ask. So you have a chat panel will be there. So using that particular chat panel, so using chat panel, you can type the questions, or even if you want, you can unmute yourself and you can speak. You are going to be, you can just speak it, guys. If you have any doubts, you can just unmute yourself and you can speak, or otherwise you can use a chat panel actually. Okay. So from my side, this is going to be for my today's class, guys. My today's class, and slowly another 2 or 3 days, next day I'll tell you about technical aspects of what is machine learning. So what is a full stack data science course contains, all these things I'll step by step. Okay. So let me take up some questions, guys. Okay. Mohanti, sir, how many days the course will take? This is going to be something like I don't want to, if I say that first class itself, will be get worried about that actually. So minimum it is going to take some around 4 to 5 months. It will take it actually, guys, because the concept itself is going to be like that, because we have too much concepts are there. We have to learn those things particular. So minimum it is going to be 4 to 5 months. Minimum it is going to take it actually, guys. After that, it may extend also, but maximum you will be having some minimum 4 to 5 months is going to be the course actually. Okay, fine. Yes, Mohammed, course contents. Anyhow, I'll show you the course content just like a glance I'll give you. Anyhow, my backend team is going to send you some kind of an follow-up mails they will send you. So in the follow-up mails, they are going to share you this particular course content. Let me open that particular Excel sheet and I'll give you the idea about that, like what contents we are going to be discussing as part of the course curriculum, right? Yeah, Chaudhary, sir, can you please repeat the topic? Which topic, Chaudhary? Can you repeat it? Can you just give me the idea? Just please wait. At the end of the class, we'll discuss about them. Press ready. Dhruva Reddy, do you need any prerequisite knowledge on coding, or will everything will be taught? Absolutely. So as I told you, it is not for any CSC or IT related. So we use as a language called as in Python. So when I say language, Python means don't worry about that. So Python is a very simple language actually, guys. Everybody can learn it actually. Everybody can use it actually. So we don't require a complete Python classes. As a if you want to manage the data science and machine learning applications, up to what extent we require the Python, I am going to teach you in this class. Plus, along with that, so as a complementary, if you registered for our data science course, guys, you will be getting some approximately around 170 videos of a complete Python class. That will be there in your follow-up mail will be there. You will be getting 170 videos from Mr. Durga sir. You know about the Durga sir. He was an expert in Java and one of the top faculty related to the Java technologies actually. So the name DURGASOFT itself is going to be the name of the trainer who teaches that particular Python Java, and he was an expert. So his classes, around 170 videos, will be given as a compliment. So as a actual cost is around 4,000, guys. So you are going to get this particular videos at a free of cost actually. Okay, that is the people who want to become an expert in Python. But whatever the Python that is required for our data science, that anyhow I'm going to teach you in the class. That will take some around 2 weeks of time initially actually, guys. So even if you do not have any idea about any programmatical skills, they can also learn this particular data science. Okay, fine. Next one. Yes, I mean class duration per day, how much? It is 90 minutes class, guys. 90 minutes means 10 minutes you can just we can have a grace period. At least you will be having some around 70-75 minutes of class will be taken actually. Okay, fine. Yes, class duration, Adesh Singh, class duration already. Tushar Patil, when Python will start? After the demo classes, you will be starting the Python classes, Tushar. Okay, so once as I told you, 3-4 days we'll have a demo sessions will be there. Maximum as part of my estimation is going to be approximate tentative date will be, it is from next Monday actually, guys. From next Monday, you will be starting with the Python classes. Yes, Bhushan. Yeah, what about the fees? I was, as I told I was a technical consult for DURGASOFT. So I don't talk about the fees, but my backend team is going to send you those particular details. But as of my knowledge, it is going to be 16K is going to be the fees, the course fees, guys. Okay, Bhushan and Chaudhary, how much fees for that particular course? Yeah, Karthik, sir, do you get a certificate? Absolutely, you will be getting a course completion certificate from DURGASOFT. Okay. Yes, absolutely, Tushar. We'll be starting everything with the basics of Python, like how the Python has been evolved, what are data types, what is going to be, how to write a conditional control statements. So it's completely core Python concepts. So that is going to be sufficient for our whatever that particular data science classes actually. Fine. So can I take, no. Fake experience certificate means, see, it's not, we are not consultants. We are the training institutes actually. We'll give only the course completion certificate actually. Okay. So we are going to be getting a course completion certificate, not like a consultant, which is going to be further. you can just contact any consultant or anything, Chaudhary. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Any project will be given, absolutely, because it is completely a project-based application. Without having a project, we cannot understand it. You will understand, guys, like how everything is going to be. So generally we'll ask like, sir, what about the real-time scenarios? So actually the classes itself is going to be some real data sets we are going to work, because the data science is all about just we cannot take some employees data, customers data, and we cannot do it actually. Okay. So no worries. So every concept is going to be like a real-time project only we are going to be gets working with them. Okay. Sometimes we'll work at late night in office due to some urgency. Yes, absolutely. And one more thing, guys, day-to-day recordings will be given, guys. So whatever the notes, whatever the whiteboard, that means whatever I'm writing here, that will be shared along with the recorded video, as well as whatever the practical example I have been got discussed. Okay, fine. So you'll be getting all end-to-end the recording as well as the whatever the this file, what I'm writing here as a whiteboard, it's going to become like a PDF file. And the Python code file, whatever the code you will write, what are the practicals we see in the class, you will be getting like an .ipynb files will be there. So this is generally how the files will come to you, guys. So I'll show you once. So these are going to be my files actually, guys. So this is going to be ipynb files. These files will come actually, guys, like this: 0109-2022 6 p.m. 0308-2022 6 p.m. 0408-2022 6 p.m. Like that, you will be getting 9 a.m., 8 p.m., 7 a.m. You can see, guys, various files: 9 a.m., 7 a.m., 6 p.m., something like that, 8 p.m. You are going to be getting the classes like this actually. So this is going to be the practical what I discuss in the class, along with the whatever that particular I'm writing as a PDF file will come, as well as along with the recording video will come, guys. Got it, guys? Okay, how much experience we can put after completion of this course? Yes, absolutely. It depends on your what is your current experience and current domain also. So if you are a fresher, that means if you are completely looking for a new joining or a new join opportunity, if you have a gap, at least you can put some around 3 to 4 years of experience you can put. If you have really having a real-time experience, you can have a put a little bit more higher levels, like 4 or 5 years also. You can go for a experience, you can have it actually. Okay, you have already 10 years of Java experience. So show some around, that means you already have 10 years now. So show 7 years of experience on Java and 3 years of experience on the data science section. Because you cannot show 10 years of experience on the machine learning, no? It is a new technology. So 3-4 years is a maximum what you can show. Okay. Yeah. Do after learning, what are the roles we can apply? So that also I'm going to clarify that, Bhushan. Like we have a different type of skills are there. Tomorrow I'm going to discuss about the different technical aspects, no? So like you can go like a data analyst, machine learning expert, data visualization expert, deep learning expert. There are so many skills are going to be there required. That is the reason why we are studying a full stack data science course. So we have multiple opportunities are going to be there. Yes, you will be getting the materials and all these things. It's a PDF files. You can download them. But coming to the videos, they will be giving around some 1 year access. They'll give you guys after after completion of your course. It's not from starting of the course. After your completion of your course, 1 year they will be giving the access to the videos. Okay. As I told you, Chaudhary, if you don't have any experience, it depends on your how much gap after your graduation is completed. So depending on that, you have to fill up them, but not more than. That's what I'm saying that. If you do not have any prior experience, don't go beyond the 3 years of experience, because you cannot manage in the real time. Okay. So you have 2018. So 4 years now. So 3 years, you can just put 3 years on this one, 1 year on some other technology, and you can just go and you can manage it. You can put 4 years of experience, but let us say 2 years on data analytics, and 2 years on which is going to be on this particular machine learning, or 2 years on data visualization expert. Like that, you can distribute your 4 years of into some around 2 different roles. You can distribute it like this. Right, guys? Any more questions, guys? Right, guys. So guys, we'll do one thing, guys. We'll do one thing. Yeah. we'll end up the session for today, guys. So I don't want to make up like more time for the today's class. So this week will be going slowly. We'll go, guys. We'll understand them. We'll discuss them. Okay. Later we'll start with your actual and practical implementations. Okay. So thank you for today, guys, for attending this particular demo session. Please do attend the next 2 sessions also, guys, to get some. If you really want to looking for a job opportunities in data science, or you want to move towards the data science. So yesterday we don't have a class, guys. Yesterday I told you, so yesterday I went to a team dinner. My manager has came. So my senior manager has been came from Durga. So we have been attended some team dinner, which was suddenly scheduled. That's the reason why I canceled the class yesterday. So, right. If you're really, that means if you're having any plan to take up the course, it's maybe from DURGASOFT or some XYZ, that does not matter. Please do attend some around 3-4 classes, guys. You will be getting some ideas. So whether it will really fit to your requirement, or whether you are fit to your job profiles, or whether you are really fit to this particular job, we'll get some idea about them, because I'll tell you all the technical aspects, whatever you require. Then you can take up a decision actually. So whether to take up the course now or in the future or some other technology, so you can take a decision actually, right, guys? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the total content actually, guys. Total content from end to end, I will be taking. Okay, fine, guys. So once again, thank you, guys, and have a nice day. And I'll see you tomorrow in the same link, guys, and the same time, 8 p.m. And tomorrow we'll have a little bit more discussion about the technical aspects, and then we'll move towards the next discussion actually, guys. Okay. So, yep. Okay. Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow we have the class. Tomorrow we have the session, guys. We have the session, guys. Same link, same time, 8 p.m. Okay, guys. Fine. So thank you once again, guys, and have a nice day. And I'll see you in the tomorrow session, guys. Thank you all of you, guys.